Hey, today I get to talk about one of the coolest things that's happened to me in a long time. The book that I'm going to talk about today is this one by Emma Mills. It's called First and Then, and it is the worst thing for my white balance in the history of ever. But you can basically get, yeah, there it is, perfect. Anyway, this book was written by Emma Mills, aka Elmify on YouTube, which I was actually following her YouTube channel before I read the book, so yeah. I got an advanced copy. I pre-ordered it, yeah. I'm a hipster when it comes to Miss Mills. This has been a long time ago that I've read this, but I still am going to talk about it because I want to talk about this one particularly because it's a wonderful book and it's kind of in the chronological order of how I read these books. Sort of, kind of. And excuse my M. Night Shyamalan's perfect interpretation of Zuko makeup. It's actually just an itchy eye and I've been scratching it and it's just gross. The scar's not on the wrong side! And actually the blurb on the front of it is from T. Michael Martin, so it's just like a how-to adult. It's good. I'm just gonna read you the back flap because it summarizes it better than I ever could, especially with my previous history of summarizing things. Devin Tennyson wouldn't change a thing. She's happy, silently crushing on best friend Cass and blissfully ignoring the future after high school. But the universe has other plans. It delivers Devin's cousin Foster, an unrepentant social outlier with a surprising talent, and the obnoxiously superior and maddeningly attractive jock Erza, right where she doesn't want them. First in her gym class, and then into every other aspect of her life. That's about it. And that's the idea of the book. You can basically tell whether you want to read it or not based off of that, I'm pretty sure. I could, and I did, and I love it. I love this book for several different reasons. One of them being the fact that I already knew who Emma Mills was before I actually read the book. I've been watching How to Adult ever since it came out, and I've been watching Amplify for these past few videos. And another reason would be that this is kind of one of the first books that I read that is kind of in the YA girl figuring out how to do her life kind of thing. I mean, I've read Wolf in White Van, but that's more of a... It's a dude story for one, and that's a dude story about dealing with a physical disfiguration and a court problem. So it's not really in the same league, it's not in the same ballpark. It's basically just altogether different, and I just really love it because it made me not hate football. I mean, hand egg for anybody that's not in America. But another reason would be, this is kind of the first book that I've seen have these really super complex character developments and character relationships going on. And I've seen, like, complex character development going on before. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about, in this genre, there's some original things going on with character development and some original things going on with relationships in this particular book, and I love it to death because it's kind of ingenious. But yeah, the wording is good, the structure of the actual novel itself, it finishes off thoughts, it finishes off everything else. It gives you a good amount of closure because it doesn't leave room for a sequel because I don't think Emma Mills ever intended on making a sequel, and I don't think she's ever going to, but it closes everything off really nicely, and I love it. And along with the whole character development and interrelation thing, it is very easy for me to relate to almost all of these characters. Erza Linley is a little bit, because I can still understand to an extensive degree. It's just not as easily as Devin Tennyson or Foster or somebody like that. They're all weird in their own way. And some closing thoughts about this book in particular. The back jacket says, "Did I still want to be friends? What I really wanted was to kiss Erza's face off, and then punch him in the arm, and then kiss his face off some more." That wasn't quite an ideal friendship, was it? Not quite, no. And also, I got to talk to Emma Mills on Tumblr, because I sent her a message asking if she was doing any of the signing stuff like John did with Tiffios, and she said no, but I could do some signed covers if that's a possibility, and it kind of died off, and I haven't mentioned it since, but I talked to Emma Mills on Tumblr. Now for the uninteresting announcement stuff. And I do intend on having a more constant and a more reliable upload schedule. It's just that things have been happening. There's no excuse. I'm sorry. But I have read some books since last I saw you, and these would be those books. I've read Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson, which, best book in the history of books. I've read Undressing the Moon by T. Greenwood, and oh my word, it is close. It's different, but it's close to the same level. I've read A Separate Piece, which is supposed to be a classic, but, I mean, I didn't... I'd only give it like maybe 2 or 3 stars on Goodreads. I wouldn't give it 4 or 5. But anyway, those are the books that I've read, and those are the books that I'll most likely these are the books I will most likely be making a video about soon. But most likely next week will be the Harry Potter video that I talked about. It'll be like 20 minutes of me ranting about Harry Potter, and I'm sorry, but that's gonna be the end. And I suppose that's all I got for you. So I will see you in the next video with the next book. Goodbye.